Okay. Scientific principles for automated manufacturing in telecoms. Temperature. How do they physically measure temperature? We had a look at the soldering iron, like a cheap soldering iron, that physically, when we pulled the head apart, it had a layer of nichrome wire, nickel wire. Nickel wire, it's actually nichrome and iron nickel blend, hanging out, and that was your temperature measurement. As it gets hotter, if you look at the atomic scale, because it says you need the scientific principles underlying, the hotter something is, the more the atoms vibrate. The more the atoms vibrate, the harder it is for electrons to swap between the atoms. The harder it is for the electrons to swap between the atoms, the higher the resistance. So this thing here, temperature, is just proportional to resistance. That atomic vibration is the key to how temperature is measured. That's one form. So it's just measure temperature through resistance. Also, it's common to measure temperature with a transistor. Okay, transistors have got the same effect. The higher the temperature, the less the amplification coming out of the transistor, because the atoms aren't vibrating so well, vibrating more. So that means, I'm trying to think of a way to put it into simple English. So, current flow is proportional to temperature. The third way temperature is measured is with a thermocouple. If I get two dissimilar wires, the high temperature one is pure platinum, one is pure rhodium, the two most expensive precious metals. But if I get a fine wire of those and join it in the tiniest possible tip, the smaller that blend, the smaller the joint, the more accurate the temperature. That generates a voltage with temperature. This generates a different voltage. You just measure the voltage at the end of the thermocouple, and that voltage relates directly to temperature. That's the most accurate. That's what's used in scientific instruments. There's a whole different range of metals. They don't all have to be expensive. Thermocouples are one of the three ways. So resistance flows with temperature on one. Current flow varies with temperature in a transistor, and voltage varies with temperature in a thermocouple. Three different ways that temperature can be measured.